morning, Staples.
I'm your host, Aiden Riley.
And I'm your host, Michelle Lucas.
We've got a great show for you today with pieces including magic dogs and old people.
Also, don't forget the winter sports and Art Kelly's landscaping business.
But first, good morning, Staples. Staples, are you more of a dog or a cat kind of person? Me, personally, I'm more of a dog kind of guy.
Well, then you're going to love this new story about Staples' very own Miss Mary Carroll and her nationally recognized Corgi.
Bark.
Some of you may know Mrs. Carroll as being the SHS Student Activity Manager, but did you also know that she is a dog show breeder and handler at the national level? How did you become not only a dog owner, breeder, handler at the national level, but also a dog show judge?
You study the standards of the breeds, and you're interviewed, and you take exams, and you're observed, and then they give you a provisional license, which allows you to judge, and they observe you, and if you pass, then they give you a license. And that's good in this country, and I also judge in other countries like Canada and Australia.
What are some interesting things that have happened at the dog shows you have attended?
Well, in October, I went to Dallas, Texas for our national championships, and I won 2 out of the top 3 awards, so with dogs I bred, so that was exciting.
Have you met any famous people from working at dog shows?
Yes. For years I was friends with Paul Newman and Ice-T, who comes to the Westminster shows, and then my dogs were on Martha Stewart's TV show.
What is next for you and your dogs?
Well, we train all the time, but our next goal is Westminster, and that'll be around Valentine's Day. And I have 2 of my dogs that will be competing. I'll handle one, and a professional handler will take the other one.
Hopefully you have all learned something new about Mrs. Carroll and all that she does for the school and the dog show business. For Good Morning Staples, I'm Ava Simonovic.
You better listen to the radio.
WWPT 90.3 FM has allowed Staples students to broadcast over the radio for over 40 years. However, current Staples students are winning national awards and making history.
So the Drury Awards are the National High School Radio Awards. They take place every year in Chicago. We've had a lot of success over the last few years. Last year, everyone in the sports department was nominated, and we all went out to Chicago together, so that was really fun. These are some of the things we've won over the last few years, so we're looking forward to a successful year this year.
Jack also showed us some of the submissions for this year's awards.
So we've got about 50 submissions representing Staples and WWPT at the Drury Awards, play-by-play, sportscasts, PSAs. We've got this one, which was actually a 4-hour broadcast I did back in March.
Puck goes back up top to Hutchinson, takes a slap shot, and he wins the game! Catapulting the Staples Wreckers into the state finals!
With over 50 submissions going in this year, we wish the best of luck to the WWPT. For Good Morning Staples, I'm Jose Hernandez.
What are you doing?
Oh, hey, I'm collecting data for my newest business idea, landscaping.
Staples, we all know Art Kelly already did that. Here's Colin with the story.
Art has been making Westport, Fairfield, and Weston residents' lives much easier by cleaning up their yard for affordable prices.
What drove you to create your own business?
I don't know, wanted to make some money, so decided that start my own business would be a good way to do that.
How have you attempted to beat out competitors?
Just higher quality of work than other competitors, because there's a lot of people who just do kind of shifty work.
Just like Aisha Avdu, Art Kelly has created his own business called Work of Art. However, Art has been at it for 3 years.
What do you believe has led to Art's success?
I think a lot of it's due to his hard work, determination, and the fact that he works everything to perfection.
How is he helping the Westport community?
Everyone loves a local business. They love seeing Staples students working on their yard. It makes them feel better about themselves.
Do you know about Art Kelly's landscaping company?
Yeah, I do, and I'm really impressed with what he's been able to accomplish while being a student and having all the responsibilities of that go along with being a student here at Staples High School.
What do you think has led to his success?
Art, I think, is unique in the fact that he's driven. He's kind of a free thinker. Whenever he has something to share, he can always back it up, and it might be a little bit different twist than your typical teen. So I think he's successful primarily because of his maturity level.
For those of you who are thinking about starting your own company, take some notes. I'm Colin Willigan from Good Morning Staples.
I'm just a small town girl living in a lonely world.
Okay, what's happening here?
Oh, I'm just practicing for records and tune.
And who do you sing for?
The senior citizens.
Okay, good thing a lot of them are hard of hearing. Here's Noah with the story.
A club you may not have heard of is the Records and Tune Club. They perform at elderly homes, and we caught up with President Gabriela Vega to learn more about the club.
My brother started the club when he was a junior in high school, which was a couple years ago, and our goal is to spread the musical talent that Staples has with those who need it in the community.
Students can sing, play an instrument, or perform as a group at homes all over Fairfield County.
A typical performance consists of a variety of different students in different grades who play whatever they usually play, so it's many different genres, and you can play like a solo performance, or you can do it in a group, and you kind of just play what you want. I don't like every day out on your corner in the pouring rain. His sister's beautiful, he has his father's eyes. If you ask me if I love him. Well, I'm president along with Jay, who's a senior, and you could just message either one of us, and it's a great way to get involved in your community, doing something you love. You can do it with your friends or just do it by yourself.
If you have any musical talent or want to learn how to play an instrument, you should join the Records and Tune Club. For Good Morning Staples, I'm Noah Lomnitz.
Unfortunately for you guys, that's the end of our show, but be sure to tune in next week for another installment of Good Morning Staples.
I'm Aiden Riley.
And I'm Michelle Lopez.
Good morning, Staples.
Stay warm!
We're cold.
Wow, Arnold was so bitter.